Hello, good evening, everybody. This is your host, Clip, the host of Clip Sports Boy, coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll talk to you guys about the fact that Aaron Rodgers became the biggest choke job to start of the season. By the way, he became a choke job QB, and even though he didn't show out, I'll tell you exactly what it's going to mean for him, whether or not how he's going to bounce back from that loss. Tell you guys about the fact that my G-men, well, they didn't show up. It's just. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I'll get you guys to that, what they got to do. And they got a game against Washington this Thursday. Get you guys to the fact that Vitor Belfort has KO'd, just unbelievably KO'd Evander Holyfield. And Silva's KO on Tito Ortiz. And Novak Djokovic just lost in the U.S. Grand Slam to Daniil Medvedov, by the way. Get you guys in. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm gonna get you guys into the. Also, guys, the fact that Samoa Joe. Well, breaking news regarding Samoa Joe, by the way, and it's not gonna be good. Get you guys to the fact that Ryan Fitztragic has a hip surgery. He's going to have a hip injury. And my G-Man got beat them down anyway by Thursday. Max Scherzer has 3K strikeouts, the biggest milestone in MLB history of his illustrious NBA career, as the Dodgers defeat the Padres 8-0. Russell Westbrook Kid Kudi in skirts. Gives you guys the fact that Ben Affleck catches the smoke while he was while J-Lo was showing him around at her home turf in the Bronx. Marshawn Lattimore has agreed to a 5-year, $98 million extension offer with the Saints. Could be worth up to $100 million, and it could be also in $68.3 million guaranteed as well. I'll get you guys into the fact that the Eagles did defeat the Falcons and many other results with everybody. So and Brady Spears got engaged as well, by the way. So that's all you need to know on that. So. And then also Emma Raducanu just won the 2021 U.S. Women's Open, by the way. And that's all I can say on that, buddy. All right, so first things first, everybody, I'm going to start things out with the fact that Vitor Belfort just unbelievably KO'd Evander Holyfield in the first one. Honestly, couldn't believe it myself. I saw it just a moment ago, and you saw this Vitor Belfort was laying some haymakers on Evander Holyfield. Like, are you serious right now? I paid a ticket to see Evander Holyfield just take out Vitor Belfort, but what happened? Evander Holyfield just got KO'd. Are you serious right now? Make sure. Evander Holyfield may come out of retirement, by the way, but come on, really? Really? That's just not right. And is there gonna be? And I hope there's probably a rematch if there is one, by the way. So honestly, Evander Holyfield, like, come on. That's the biggest upset there is. So I'm disarray about that. I really am, by the way. Also, some other news, by the way, we'll get into that Aaron Rodgers became an absolute choke job earlier today when Jameis Winston the Saints just took him out. You know, Aaron Rodgers, I'm ashamed of you right now because that poor performance you just showed out there. Like, come on, the defense was too much for the pack. Aaron Rodgers wasn't able to throw the ball. Aaron Rodgers just completely messed up, and Aaron Rodgers, he became a choke job GOAT, which he is. So I don't know what that was, Aaron Rodgers, but you need to show up. That's plain ridiculous to kick off your season. I mean, this is one game. Aaron Rodgers, if you want to at least get back to the playoffs, if you want to at least, probably get to a Super Bowl, I guess, you can't have poor performance like that. That's just ridiculous. It really is. Aaron Rodgers, you better make that up by next week. And if you don't, well, you should have stuck to retirement. And sure, you may have won out the Packers for sure. But clearly, when you came back, and then just earlier today, and then just moment earlier today, you just got destroyed by Jameis Winston and the Saints. Like really, right now, Jameis Winston threw 5 touchdown passes, 5 touchdown passes, and honestly, you know, I'm ashamed of you, Aaron Rodgers. I really am ashamed of you. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what that was, but you didn't make that up. Because you literally just showed. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, you were a 3-time MVP, an engaged 3-time MVP. You're a former Super Bowl champ and a former Super Bowl MVP. You were a first ballot Hall of Fame, but to have a performance like that earlier today, just plain pathetic. Plain pathetic. I mean, Pack, they just stuck up the place. I'm just ashamed of them right now. I really am. So, Aaron Rodgers, you better make up for that by next week. Because if you end up being eliminated just like that with a poor performance, you're done. Aaron Rodgers, you should have set the retirement. That's what you could have done. You should have just retired anyway. Instead of just coming back, having a poor performance like that, it's ridiculous. So, and also, I want to talk about Jameis Winston, by the way, because Jameis Winston, sure, maybe overlooked and unappreciated, but my goodness, Jameis Winston threw 5 touchdowns, outlasting Aaron Rodgers. Let's be clear. I mean, Jameis Winston was a better man. I thought that Aaron Rodgers and the Pack were going to destroy Saints with no Drew Brees, who was already retired. But my goodness, I'm gonna have to disagree. I mean, so my question is this exactly: will famous Jameis Winston be able to lead the Saints to playoff contention? I mean, if he plays better, like he did just earlier today, in his first game with the Saints, could he really do that? Could he really lead the Saints to an NFC title game? I guess. And could Jameis Winston be the guy that's gonna take out Tom Brady? You know, probably, you know, avenge. Will Jameis Winston avenge Drew Brees, and by taking on Tom Brady, whether in the regular season or in the playoffs? Let me show how you guys feel about that. How you react to that? Do you think Jameis Winston is MVP material? He was playing like MVP material just earlier today by taking out Aaron Rodgers in the Pack. Oh my goodness, Aaron Rodgers, I'm ashamed of you right now. That was the most embarrassing performance of Aaron Rodgers' career, which it was. Aaron Rodgers, you should have just retired anyway. That's what you could have done. You could have done that, but you said you intended to retire, but you didn't say when. You could have just retired. You might as well retire in 2022. I mean, either you're gonna get traded, or either you're not to be traded for sure. So, loss like that, that's absolutely unacceptable. It really was. I know there was Aaron Rodgers, but you're better than this. You are. You really are, Aaron Rodgers. I know you can turn this all around. I know you can. But Aaron Rodgers, you were not the same quarterback. And if you didn't, and that poor performance from you earlier today, that's uncalled for. And I hope you don't become a choke job GOAT like for next week. I hope that does not happen. You better be sure that's not happen, Aaron Rodgers. Because if you do, Pag may as well just move on from you and say you should have just retired anyway. That's what you could have done, but you didn't do that. May as well in 2020. So, will Aaron Rodgers make up for what happened to him earlier today? Make up for what happened to him by next week? Let me know what comes to us about that. I will be more than happy to address the response to that. Right. So, Aaron Rodgers just got exposed. I can tell you that he just got exposed easily. And I mean, Jameis Winston just did just that. I mean, throwing 5 fat pass touchdown, and Saints just my goodness. I was in disarray myself. So, your thoughts are on that note. So you think Jameis Winston's going to be able to lead the Saints to the playoffs? Let me know what shirt comes in about that. I will definitely adjust my shirt. He was playing like an MVP. Like he really. You think Jameis Winston's finally in the MVP conversation? Let me know about that shirt body on that note. Also, another thing I want to get into, by the way, Novak Djokovic just had an upset loss, ending his calendar Grand Slam year, by the way, to Daniil Medvedov, by the way, in the 2020 U.S. Men's Open. So that's awful news. So, you know, Novak Djokovic, he's going to look to fight another day. I know he will. So just awful news there on that note. So not look good there. And that was disappointing, which it was. Also, the women's side of USO, by the way, Emma Raducanu, she won the U.S. Women's Open, by the way, against Leylah Fernandez. So that's the best news yet there. Big congrats to both of them on that note. And yeah, that's all I can say on that. Also, this though, guys, Anderson Silva just KO'd Tito Ortiz in the first round. My goodness. I mean, sure, you know, Conor McGregor, he took on Floyd Money Mayweather in the mega match of the century back in 2017. But Floyd Money Mayweather took on Conor McGregor in the first round TKO. Remember that match? 10th round, by the way. And that was just wow. If Conor McGregor was still boxing, well, you'd be surprised. You'll all be surprised. But I'll get you guys news regarding Conor McGregor just a moment from now. But Anderson Silva just taking out Tito Ortiz. I mean, Tito Ortiz doesn't have a lot of boxing experience. He really doesn't. But wow. Tito Ortiz. Wow. Wow, Tito Ortiz. You really disappointed everybody. Anderson Silva, my goodness, wow, that's a big one right there for you. So wow, you really showed up and showed out. I mean, sure, they may face off against each other in the MMA octagon, in the UFC octagon, in the MMA world. But in the boxing world, wow. Wow. You think Anderson Silva has a bright future in boxing industry? Because he just KO'd Tito Ortiz. Like, oh my goodness, wow. So your thoughts, everybody, on that note? Let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely just my share, buddy. And that's everything you need to know on that. Also, I have some breaking news regarding Samoa Joe, by the way. It's really not good. So if you guys watched the video from earlier today, or moments ago, by the way, Samoa Joe sustained some injuries. And not just that, he had to vacate the NXT title. Yes, everybody, he may have injured himself during training, and he may have probably been injured during training. They didn't say what kind of injuries it was, but ladies and gentlemen, Samoa Joe has vacated the NXT title, by the way. And I'm not sure how the new NXT, I'm not sure the Fatal 4-Way match is going to turn out to be. But I know it's going to be, Kyle O'Reilly versus Pete Dunne versus Tommaso Ciampa versus LA Knight in a Fatal 4-Way match. But could it be, could it be for the NXT title by this Tuesday during the NXT's rebranding, by the way, the new NXT rebranding by this coming Tuesday night? It'll be the night that also Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis get married, by the way, on that note. So clearly, let me know, and there could be new NXT champ crowned by this Tuesday night on the new NXT, by the way. So your thoughts, everybody, on that note, let me know. So it could come down to Kyle O'Reilly. Sure, it's gonna be a Fatal 4-Way match, but it could be for the NXT title. So it's still gonna be Kyle O'Reilly versus Pete Dunne versus Tommaso Ciampa versus LA Knight, by the way, Fatal 4-Way match, and that winner could be crowned the new NXT champ, by the way, by this coming Tuesday when the new NXT rebranding, by the way. So that could come into play as well, guys, and I hope it does. So by this Tuesday. So that's it. So once again, everybody, Samoa Joe's vacated the NXT title due to injuries they sustained, and that's not looking good there. Sure, Samoa Joe's a 3-time NXT champ, by the way, but he's gonna come back for it. So whoever becomes the new NXT champ, by the way, Samoa Joe's gonna come back for it. Or so I think. So that's all there is you need to know there, but on that note. So not looking good there. So also, guys, other news, by the way, that Ryan Fitztragic has hip injury, by the way, after the Chargers beat the Washington 2016 as well, by the way. So yeah, Ryan Fitztragic has a hip injury. He could be missing the entire season, I guess. So not looking good there. And my G-Men are going to own Washington, by the way, by this Thursday. I'm looking forward to that, which they will. But speaking of the G-Men, by the way, yeah, my G-Men, they didn't show up and show out. They lost to the Broncos 27-13, and I'm still ashamed of them. I really am ashamed of my G-Men because I thought my G-Men were gonna own the Broncos, but didn't happen. They did good in the first half. They had a good defense, but it wasn't enough to hold Teddy Bridgewater. No. My G-Men by this Thursday are gonna do better. They're gonna own Washington, which they will, and they're gonna beat them down bad. So I hope my G-Men show up by this Thursday. I'm looking forward to that, everybody. I hope I do. I hope they do. So it's got to happen, guys. Other news, by the way, that Max Scherzer has an immaculate inning with a 3K strikeouts, by the way. Who has the biggest, I mean, it has to be the biggest milestone in his MLB career, by the way, MLB history. As the Dodgers, they beat the Padres 8-0. So, Mad Max Scherzer has 3K strikeouts. And I gotta tell you, that was a huge milestone, which is a big congrats to, you know, Mad Max Scherzer being on the 3K club, by the way, with strikeouts. So best news yet there. Big congrats to him, everybody on that note. Also, guys, let's see. Panthers got revenge on the Jets, by the way, 19-14. Steelers v. Bills Mafia, 23-16, by the way. Big Ben Steelers, they showed up, by the way. They shut down Josh Allen, the Bills Mafia. So that's some interesting news there, I can tell you that. Also, you have the Cardinals defeat the Titans 38-13. And also this. Chiefs Kingdom, who are the former Super Bowl champs, they took out Browns, much like they did the AFC title game last season. So Chiefs Kingdom, they beat the Browns 33-29. Really close game, by the way. But I know the Chiefs Kingdom, they're still gonna win it, the whole thing. Which, by the way, they will. I'm looking forward to that, everybody. So, yep. They will show up and show out. I'm looking forward to that, everybody. And yep, they'll do just that. So even though Patrick Mahomes, it'll be 26 by this Friday. So, yep. Yes, everybody. Patrick Mahomes will be 26. And I'll tell you the birthday wish that he's going to have a story, by the way. The birthday wishes that he's going to have is getting his crown back, being on a revenge tour. Second one will probably be getting another win streak. Third wish of Patrick Mahomes, getting back to a third Super Bowl. Birthday wish number 4 would have to be getting revenge on either Tom Brady or taking out Aaron Rodgers. And then birthday wish number 5, retire either Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, by the way. And birthday wish number 6 for Patrick Mahomes, become a 2-time Super Bowl champ. And then, last but not least, go on your Super Bowl MVP wedding of yours and walk out as a married 2-time Super Bowl champ and 2-time Super Bowl MVP. And that's something everyone is looking forward to. I know you are, Patrick Mahomes, so. I know your birthday is this coming Friday, by the way, which it is. So happy birthday, Patrick Mahomes. So, that's all I can say on that, everybody. And I'm looking forward to see Patrick Mahomes do some damage, which I am, by the way. And that's all there's anything to say. I mean, sure, they did pretty good, but they're gonna record a lot more wins. They're still going undefeated. So, and they're gonna be a revenge tour, and they're gonna get revenge with Tom Brady, which they will, by the way. So that's everything you need to know there, everybody. It's all you need to know. Also, guys, Dolphins, they defeated the Pats 30-3. I'm sorry, 17-16. But wow, Mac Jones, you really did show up, though. You really did show up today. I'll tell you that. That was a really close game by 1 point. But wow, you came to that show in your debut, by the way. But wow. So. Wow, 2 attack low, and the Dolphins, they took out the Pats. I think that Bill Belichick's found his guy now. Mac Daddy Jones. Yep. He can help the Patriots, secure a playoff spot eventually. I know Mac Jones ends up like Cam Newton. Trouble for him, so not look good there. But I think it's saying that Mac Jones is going to be showing up and showing out. He may really make quite the impression, but I do think that Mac Jones is going to be the guy that's going to help the Patriots get back to the playoffs. Not necessarily get back to a Super Bowl, but I don't think it's going to be easy for him, though. But I think it's safe to say that Mac Jones is going to be that kind of guy. He's MVP material. I'll tell you about that, which he is, by the way. So look forward to that. And so he's MVP material. They just beat each other up so bad. That was like lights out right there. My goodness. Oh, so I want to get into, by the way, that for this beat the Lions 41-33. You had the Cardinals defeating the Titans 30-13. You had Joe Burrow and the Bengals defeating the Vikings 27-24 by 3 points. So best news yet there, everybody. So I'm saying that. Also, guys, The Seahawks defeated the Colts 20-16. Carson Wentz, you really do suck. You really do. So that's all there's I can say on that. He does. And also, my G-Man lost to the Broncos. I'm a bit upset about that. And G-Man, they need to get together. They really do. Because sure about to lose it, and I'm not pleased about that, but they need to show up a show. That was ridiculous. It really was. So, well. Also, this guys, the Eagles, they murdered the Falcons. Those are the birds of prey. They beat up down the Falcons so bad, like 32-6. Falcons are going to need a quarterback, whoever that could be. Eagles, Jalen Hurts, and then oh wow, excuse me. Wow, they beat them down so bad. And Falcons, they really do suck. I can tell you that now. So that's all I can say on that, everybody. So see you there. Also, guys, the Texans, they defeated the Jags, spoiling T-Law's debut. I mean, T-Law, Trevor Lawrence threw for 3 interceptions in that game. And, sorry, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Also, Trevor Lawrence, I've been upset with him. I really am. Have faith in him, too. So, that's all I can say on there, everybody. And I think that they'll show up and show out. Jags, I hope they do better next week, by the way. Hopefully they do. I'm looking forward to that. And that's all I can say on there, everybody. So, the best is yet there, everybody. The best is yet there. Also, guys, other news. Marshall Lattimore agreed to a 5-year, $98 million extension offer, by the way, with the Saints. And it could be worth up to $100 million with a $68.3 million guarantee, by the way. So that's a big offer right there. And that's all that you need to know on that, everybody. Also, guys, those of you guys still college football. Oregon is upset Ohio State, by the way. And Ohio State's now 9th place in the college football playoff rankings. Tell you about that. Sorry, guys. And you and Solo, let's see. Iowa defeat Iowa State, by the way. So, yeah. Ash Kutcher's in a good mood, by the way. Ash Kutcher's in a good mood, but when his alma mater, Iowa, took out the Iowa Cyclones, by the way. So that's the best news yet there, everybody, on that note. So, yep. You know what's going to happen. You knew it all along, so. That's the best news yet there, everybody. So, yep. Yes, everybody. Iowa, they showed up and showed out, which they did. So that's something everyone's looking forward to this football we all need in our lives. I'll tell you about that much. Also, guys, Arkansas defeated Texas 9-21 that game. So let's see that there. Also, guys. Conor McGregor got into it with MGK at the VMA red carpet, by the way. Now, Conor McGregor was trying to get a photo with MGK, but MGK sort of pushes Conor McGregor, by the way. Conor McGregor's drink spilled over, and then Conor McGregor just throws a drink at MGK, and both of them had to be separated, by the way. So, wow. So, Megan Fox was nearby, but oh my goodness, wow. Wow, Conor McGregor. Yeah, that sort of backfired on you. Would you guys want to see Conor McGregor take on MGK in an MMA match? Or probably in a boxing match, I guess. Let me know about that for sure. I'll just my shirt, buddy, because, wow. Let me know about their shirt, buddy. That's everything you need to know, everybody. So that's all I can say on that. Also, guys, Joe Burrow and the Vikings, they defeated, Joe Burrow and the Bengals, they defeated the Vikings 27-24. What a way to get a win, guys, for Bengals, by the way. So that's all there's I can say on there, everybody. And that's the best yet there. That's all the right things you know. Also, guys, I want to send big congrats to Britney Spears, by the way. She's now engaged to Sam Asghari, by the way. Big congrats to both of them getting engaged, by the way. And so there's detail on that. So let's do it for that. Also, guys, Russell Westbrook and Kid Kudi, they were in skirts or in kilts, by the way, during New York Fashion Week, by the way. And clearly, someone's got to be right upset about that. I hope that Russell Westbrook doesn't come with it in a skirt or a kilt in his playoff games. I'm sorry, in when he comes to the field, when it comes to Lakers games. So about that, and he plays for them. Let me know about that shit, but I'll just about sure, but all these units knowing that. Also, guys, wish I bring this out to Linda Gray, Jennifer Nettles, got Jennifer Hudson, Emmy Rossum, Kelsey Ballerini, 2 Chainz, Jesse Was, Lay Paul Walker, Yao Ming, Freddie Freeman, Andrew Luck, Busy Bone, Johnny Hendricks, Croy Bierman, Nikki Simpson, Raquel Levis, and Jessica Kahawadi. By the way, somebody birthday wishes. Shout out, tweet them out. Please your doing that. That's everything you know, everybody. That's all this for that. Also, guys, I'll get you results from the Death Before Dishonor as well, by the way. That's happening now, guys. And I'll get you guys the results by tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll do so on that. So, everything you know in there, everybody. That's all I can say, everybody. So, that's all I can say, everybody, on that note. So, nothing but to it on that. And that's all those things. Also, guys, Nats defeat the Pirates 6-2, by the way. All you gotta know on that, and that's all there's you need to know. So, best you get there, everybody. That's all I can say. Ladies and gentlemen, that would do right there with the Club Sportsboard. Like, subscribe to the Club on the Sportsboard YouTube channel, Facebook page by any all means necessary. Your thoughts and your response to Vitor before getting KO'd, Vitor before KOing Evander Holyfield, by the way, in the first round. I'm sure you think that Evander Holyfield's gonna come back from that loss. I'm not sure it comes about that. I'll just want to sure, right? Doesn't answer Silva getting a knockout on Tito Ortiz in the first round as well. I'm not sure it comes soon. I'll just want to share by. So you need to know on that. This is Marshawn Lattimore's big off, by the way, which is a 5-year, $90 million offer extension with the Saints. What are your thoughts about that? I'll just want to share by. So you need to know on that. Also, guys, is that Ben Affleck was getting a smoke while J-Lo was showing him around her home turf, by the way, the Bronx, by the way. So your thoughts about that, everybody? I mean, sure. I'll just want to share, everybody. That's all that you need to know on that. That's the best you get there. So, I'm doing that, everybody. Also, guys, Oregon defeated Ohio State yesterday, by the way. Ohio State's the number 9 seed, so something's got to be said there. That's all there's you need to know on that, everybody. So, best you get there. That's all there's you can say on that. And, yep. That's all there's for that. You need to know everybody on that note. And, yeah, that's all there's for that. So, that's all I can say. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, that would do it there with the Club Sportsboard. Like, subscribe to the Club Sportsboard YouTube channel, Facebook page by any all means necessary. Be sure to send me comments, tweet your thoughts, your response to Vitor before KOing Evander Holyfield in the first round. Thoughts about that? It doesn't inspire Silva, by the way, defeating KOing Tito Ortiz. By the way, let me know sure it comes to my thoughts. Just want to share, buddy. Doesn't Daniil Medvedov upsetting Novak Djokovic that has ended Novak Djokovic's calendar year Grand Slam. Thoughts about that? I'll just want to share, buddy. That's my G-men losing to the Broncos, which I'm very upset about, by the way, and that's also extend that. Also, guys, the Texans just beat the Jags. Trello and T-Law had 3.6 million, 3 interceptions. Had like 3 yards, by the way, but T-Law, Trevor Lawrence do 3 interceptions. That's ridiculous. So that's all like you, Trevor Lawrence. It really is. So that's all there's I can say in there, everybody, and that's all there is you need to know. So best yet there, everybody. That's all I can say. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll do right there with the Club Sportsboard. Like, subscribe to the Club Sportsboard YouTube channel, Facebook page by any all means necessary. Be sure to send me comments, tweet your thoughts, your responses on, well, needs and all that stuff. That's about that. I'll just share my soul. You need to know on that. There's a Vitor before KOing Evander Holyfield. That's about that. I'll just share. You think she'll stick to retirement? That's about that. We thought on Silva getting defeating Tito Ortiz. About that. I'll just share my soul. You doing that, everybody. Thoughts on Saints destroying Drew Brees. What thoughts about that? I'll just inform everybody. Told you doing that. We thought Samoa Joe vacated the NXT title, by the way, because of injuries he sustained. Thoughts about that? I'll just want to share everybody. Told you doing that. So I say, I'll back more breaking news. Trend Tops live days to Winston to a whole lot of Club Sports. Where they sports later. You gotta know how to. So everybody take care of you guys. You guys have a good evening. Please stay with them. Bye bye.